Living a quality life is closely connected to the invisible energy that affects every moment of our lives. Hello, for anyone who has found this clip but hasn't yet listened to the special DNA upgrade clip, don't forget to check it out. That clip will help you see almost all the possible paths you can take, so you can plan where you are now and where you want to go. In our daily lives, we might think we only use our bodies, minds, and thoughts. But the truth is that each of us has an invisible energy field which acts like a secret network of life. The heart of this energy system is the chakra. The word chakra comes from Sanskrit, meaning wheel or spinning energy. The concept of chakras originates from ancient Indian scriptures such as the Upanishads and Tantras, which point out that the human body is not just a physical form, but also has an energy body and main energy points that control the balance of the body, emotions, mind, and spirit. There are actually hundreds of chakras throughout the body, but in the basic system that most people are familiar with, there are 7 main chakras. These are aligned along the central axis of the body, from the base to the crown of the head. Each chakra acts as a control center for a specific aspect of life. If a chakra is open or balanced, that area of life flows smoothly. But if a chakra is closed, weak, or out of balance, we may encounter problems in life without realizing that they stem from this energy system. The first chakra, known as the root chakra, is located at the base of the spine, at the tailbone, or the perineum. It is associated with feelings of stability, survival, status, and fear. The energy of the first chakra is reflected in our daily lives. If this chakra is weak, we may feel unstable, worry about money, or lack confidence in life. But if the energy of this chakra is strong, we will feel secure and confident in ourselves. We have a place to stand in the world. Moving on to the second chakra, the sacral chakra, its position is 3 finger widths below your navel. The second chakra is related to emotions, happiness, relationships, and creativity. The energy of the second chakra is reflected in our daily lives through our emotions. If this chakra is not clean, has negative energy, or cannot be opened, your emotions will become tense, fearful of intimacy, lacking inspiration, and you'll find it hard to connect with others. But if the energy in this chakra is good, we will have good relationships, life will flow smoothly. We will find happiness in the little things, know how to connect with others from the heart, and have inspiration in life. Moving on to the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra. The position of the third chakra is at the solar plexus area. It is related to willpower, confidence, taking action, satisfaction, or empowerment. The energy of the third chakra will be reflected in our daily lives in terms of mental strength, feelings of abundance or lack, and worries. If this chakra has negative energy or is weak, we will hesitate, fear making mistakes, and lack motivation. But if it is strong, we will be bold and decisive with the energy to do what needs to be done. Moving on to the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, or anahata. The position of the fourth chakra is in the center of the chest and is related to love, compassion, and forgiveness. The energy of the fourth chakra is reflected in our daily lives through openness, compassion, and the ability to forgive ourselves and others. If this chakra has negative energy, we will feel isolated, disconnected, unable to trust anyone, and unable to do things for ourselves. The energy flows out, making it difficult to forgive easily, and changing ourselves becomes hard. But if this chakra is well open, we will know how to love purely. We will be able to understand and accept both ourselves and others. Moving on to the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. This chakra is related to communication and is located at the throat. It is associated with communication, truth, and self-expression. The energy of the fifth chakra is reflected in our daily lives. If this chakra is blocked, we may be unable to speak out, keeping things bottled up inside until they become toxic. But if this chakra is balanced, we will have the courage to speak our truth and communicate creatively. Moving on to the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra, or the third eye, its position is between the eyebrows. It is related to intuition, wisdom, and inner vision. The energy of the sixth chakra is reflected in our daily lives in terms of seeing the truth. If this chakra is closed or has negative energy, we may become lost in external things and lack vision. But if it is open, we will be connected to our inner knowledge and see the bigger picture of life, daring to see the truth as it really is. The seventh chakra is located at the center of the crown of the head and is related to connecting with the universe, the meaning of life, awakening, and connecting with the higher self. The energy of the seventh chakra is reflected in our daily lives through communication with higher wisdom. If this chakra has negative energy or is not properly open, communication between us and our higher self will not be smooth. We may feel empty and without purpose, but if our seventh chakra is well open, we will deeply feel that life has meaning and that we are part of something greater. In fact, these chakras are the foundation of stability for each aspect of our daily lives. Simply put, the journey begins with the first chakra, safety, and the feeling of that I have the right to exist. If we are still unsure whether we are safe, whether we have the right to be ourselves, or if we are stuck in fears about money and security, we won't be able to let our energy flow upward at all. When this chakra is stable, we no longer feel like we have to struggle to survive every day. Our minds will begin to calm down enough to open up to others. This energy then becomes the foundation for the second chakra, which is about relationships and happiness, or the I feel. When deep down, we know that we don't have to run away and that we are safe, we can open our hearts to relationships. We dare to give and receive love without fear of being hurt. Small moments of happiness begin to return, and we become people who can connect with others gently. And when the first and second chakras are stable, happiness plus relationships equals the power of creativity. When we have stability, good relationships, and creativity, the result is further growth into the third chakra, which is the power of will and taking action. I do. When we feel good enough, when we feel that we have value, we dare to try new things. We don't act out of obligation, but because we choose to. I am satisfied with what I have, and I feel abundant. When this energy is strong and radiates outward, the feeling of abundance will attract more abundance in return. The energy from the first and second chakras will support and stabilize the third chakra. If we lack stability and love, we might use our willpower to compete or to prove our worth instead of creating joyfully. When we feel secure, have good relationships, dare to take action, and are satisfied with life, our heart chakra will become a heart that understands and forgives, or I love. The heart can only open when our foundation is secure. If we are still hurt or afraid, we unconsciously close our hearts. But when the lower three chakras are stable, the heart will shine. We begin to love ourselves and others without needing to control. The heart chakra is the center of all chakras, a bridge between the inner and outer worlds, a passage between the lower and upper chakras. And when our hearts are open, there is nothing to fear in our communication. Therefore, we are able to express messages from the truth and speak fully when our hearts are full. We will dare to communicate, not just be good at talking, but have the courage to speak the truth in our hearts. We will not lie to ourselves nor speak just to please others. This chakra can be deeply wounded if we grew up in an environment where our voices were silenced. That's why we need to use the heart chakra for healing, so our voices can be expressed purely. When all the lower chakras form a strong foundation, when the third eye or the sixth chakra is opened, it too becomes strong. We will be able to access the truth and see things as they truly are, or as they really exist. As we begin to understand ourselves and dare to express ourselves, the veil of ignorance will gradually lift. Inner wisdom, understanding of the world, and intuition will become clearer. We will no longer see the world through fear or ego. And when we are ready, connecting with the universe or the higher self will be possible when we are truly prepared. We will access the silence within, not a silence from exhaustion, but a silence born of completeness. We no longer need to seek anything more, because we know that we are a part of the boundless divine. Complaints have no real power. If the lower chakras are unstable, many people try to practice opening the 6th and 7th chakras to access higher states or enlightenment. But if there is still fear, a lack of love, or a lack of courage to take action, the energy received from above will have no vessel to contain it. It's like pouring water into a leaky vessel. The awakened spirit must first stand firmly on the earth with a stable foundation. And if the upper chakras are strong, but the lower chakras are not complete, what will happen? For example, if the 6th chakra, the third eye, is strong, but the 4th chakra, the heart, is weak, there will be knowledge without love. Or in other words, there is insight, visions, and power, but no compassion. There is perception, but it is not connected to humanity or the heart. What often happens is that someone may have clear psychic abilities and see many things, but does not understand the human heart. That person might be able to see energies, the future, or the past. But they might judge or communicate without compassion because their heart is not open to the feelings of others. 2. Using wisdom as a tool to control or display superiority. Wisdom may be used to create a sense of being above others, such as, "I know more," or "I see that you haven't developed yet." Even if the intention is good, the lack of heart will turn wisdom into a sword. 3. Lacking warmth in communication when speaking purely from wisdom without any heart. The tone and energy will be cold and harsh or make the listener feel uncomfortable. Even if you speak the truth, no one listens because there is no resonance with people's hearts. 4. Withdrawing from the world. Because the 6th chakra causes you to receive a lot of information from the world, but without the 4th chakra to help connect with human life, you tend to withdraw, not understand relationships, not understand emotions. You know everything, but you feel lonely. And 5. Unable to express love or forgive easily. Even though you may understand the truths of the universe, in real life, you still can't forgive your parents, your partner, or old friends because your heart still has wounds that refuse to open. To summarize, the 6th chakra is the eye of wisdom, but the 4th chakra is the bridge of humanity. Without the heart, wisdom is just isolated information. It's like a smart tool without a soul. True awakening is not just about seeing, but about seeing without judgment and still being able to embrace. The functioning of the chakras does indeed affect real life, but if you train in the opposite way, for example, if your throat chakra is weak, causing poor communication, but you practice using language seriously, when you are able to speak well and then check your energy again, the energy in the 5th chakra can also improve. Both the underlying energy and the way you live your life affect each other. It's not just one or the other. That's why I designed the work with chakras to help you live to your fullest potential, both in the worldly and spiritual sense. Through the following process. 1. Activating each chakra so that the chakras can be fully functional. 2. Receiving energy so that after the chakras are activated, they can be balanced and adjusted using the existing energy, allowing them to work better. 3. Using energy frequency to cleanse negative energy from the chakras with special frequency waves for each chakra. 4. Using affirmation to enable you to work on yourself. From the outside in, I will make clips to help you channel energy from various chakras and do affirmations for each chakra, so you can practice determination to bring about change in your subconscious, which will also change your life. Let's do it together so that transformation can happen. As for members, they will receive chakra activation to stimulate each chakra to open effectively. This will result in the driving force from the energy at the back effectively impacting your real life. Therefore, activating the chakras and then periodically cleansing them, along with doing affirmations frequently until each chakra becomes strong, will change that aspect of your life. And as each chakra gradually transforms, the energy at the back that influences every aspect will become stronger. So, how could your life not change? But the important thing is, when all 7 root chakras are strong, upgrading your DNA becomes fun instead of challenging. Because when challenges arise, you'll be able to get through them without worry. For anyone who hasn't subscribed yet, you can sign up for different membership levels according to your own frequency. By becoming a member and joining us on this journey, it's not just you who will grow spiritually, but you'll also help countless others have a space to follow along as well. So come and sign up to be a member with us. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. Enjoy the energy and see you again in the next video. Thank you.